She said 3,000 is 1,000 to collect 3,000 naira. Where are we heading to?
I've always said there are two sets of people on earth, the oppressors and the oppressed. And in between are the cowards and the hypocrites. Which are you?
No matter how tough the challenge, how high the obstacles, we always overcome.
Good morning and welcome to Open Conversation on Atlantic Television Network. Open Conversation is the network's flagship political platform through which trending political news, events and stories are discussed with stakeholders. Through these conversations, ATN uses political talks about specific issues, party system and actor to explore hope and a gender-positive impact to the society. Today on Open Conversation, we'll look at the stories. First, Rivers State. Fubara celebrates political reconciliation, restoring unity. And then on PDP National Convention, party names 13-member panel for screening. And on politics, PDP elders accuse Matawale of inducing defections. On alleged coup, ADC questions Tinubu's sudden military leadership shakeup. And still on Labour Party leadership crisis, Obey court orders Abure urges new INEC chair. And on politics, National Assembly approves creation of 6th Southeast State. Ahead of 2027, Kwankwanso hints at alliance with APC, Tinubu, Obi, and ADC. We are open for sponsorship of the program, advert placements, news, events coverage, and commercials. Watch us live on our website, www.atlanticnetwork.tv. On Facebook and YouTube, Atlantic Television Network. You can also watch us on Avo TV, Niger TV, and Efastech TV platform. You can connect with us on our ATN socials by subscribing, like, and share. Facebook and YouTube, Atlantic Television Network. Instagram and TikTok, Atlantic TV Network 1. And on Twitter, Atlantic TV Net. We'll go on a short break, and when we come back, we'll delve right into the show. Do not go away.
Representing people. Mr. President, my people are under siege.
I will place economic stability and confidence.
To condemn this act and call for immediate release of this minister in the Temple of God.
Give us access to our money we put in the bank. POS operator, she said 3,000 is 1,000 to collect 3,000 naira. Where are we heading to?
I've always said there are two sets of people on earth, the oppressors and the oppressed. And in between are the cowards and the hypocrites. Which are you?
No matter how tough the challenge, how high the obstacles, we always overcome.
What Nigerians need now is not about the turn thing. Who can come and salvage us from where we are?
Representing people. Mr. President, my people are under siege.
I will place economic stability and confidence.
To condemn this act and call for immediate release of this minister in the Temple of God.
Give us access to our money we put in the bank. POS operator, she said 3,000 is 1,000 to collect 3,000 naira. Where are we heading to?
I've always said there are two sets of people on earth, the oppressors and the oppressed. And in between are the cowards and the hypocrites. Which are you?
No matter how tough the challenge, how high the obstacles, we always overcome.
What Nigerians need now is not about the turn thing. Who can come and salvage us from where we are?
Representing people. Mr. President, my people are under siege.
I will place economic stability and confidence.
To condemn this act and call for immediate release of this minister in the Temple of God.
Give us access to our money we put in the bank. POS operator, she said 3,000 is 1,000 to collect 3,000 naira. Where are we heading to?
I've always said there are two sets of people on earth, the oppressors and the oppressed. And in between are the cowards and the hypocrites. Which are you?
No matter how tough the challenge, how high the obstacles, we always overcome.
What Nigerians need now is not about the turn thing. Who can come and salvage us from where we are?
Representing people. Mr. President, my people are under siege.
I will place economic stability and confidence.
To condemn this act and call for immediate release of this minister in the Temple of God.
Give us access to our money we put in the bank. POS operator, she said 3,000 is 1,000 to collect 3,000 naira. Where are we heading to?
I've always said there are two sets of people on earth, the oppressors and the oppressed. And in between are the cowards and the hypocrites. Which are you?
No matter how tough the challenge, how high the obstacles, we always overcome.
What Nigerians need need now is not about the taunting. Who can come and salvage us from where we are?
Representing people. Mr. President, my people are under siege.
I will place economic stability and confidence.
To condemn this act and call for immediate release of this minister in the temple of God.
Because access to our money will put in the bank. POS operator, she said 3,000 naira is 1,000 to collect 3,000 naira. Where are we heading to?
I've always said there are two sets of people on earth, the oppressors and the oppressed. And in between are the cowards and the hypocrites. Which are you?
No matter how tough the challenge, how high the obstacles, we always overcome.
What Nigerians need now is not about the taunting. Who can come and salvage us from where we are?
Representing people. Mr. President, my people are under siege.
I will place economic stability and confidence.
To condemn this act and call for immediate release of this minister in the temple of God.
Because access to our money will put in the bank. POS operator, she said 3,000 naira is 1,000 to collect 3,000 naira. Where are we heading to?
I've always said there are two sets of people on earth, the oppressors and the oppressed. And in between are the cowards and the hypocrites. Which are you?
No matter how tough the challenge, how high the obstacles, we always overcome.
What Nigerians need now is not about the taunting. Who can come and salvage us from where we are?
Representing people. Mr. President, my people are under siege.
I will place economic stability and confidence.
To condemn this act and call for immediate release of this minister in the temple of God.
Because access to our money will put in the bank. POS operator, she said 3,000 naira is 1,000 to collect 3,000 naira. Where are we heading to?
I've always said there are two sets of people on earth, the oppressors and the oppressed. And in between are the cowards and the hypocrites. Which are you?
No matter how tough the challenge, how high the obstacles, we always overcome.
What Nigerians need now is not about the taunting. Who can come and salvage us from where we are?
Representing people. Mr. President, my people are under siege.
I will place economic stability and confidence.
To condemn this act and call for immediate release of this minister in the temple of God.
Because access to our money will put in the bank. POS operator, she said 3,000 naira is 1,000 to collect 3,000 naira. Where are we heading to?
I've always said there are two sets of people on earth, the oppressors and the oppressed. And in between are the cowards and the hypocrites. Which are you?
No matter how tough the challenge, how high the obstacles, we always overcome.
What Nigerians need now is not about the taunting. Who can come and salvage us from where we are?
Representing people. Mr. President, my people are under siege.
I will place economic stability and confidence.
To condemn this act and call for immediate release of this minister in the temple of God.
Because access to our money will put in the bank. POS operator, she said 3,000 naira is 1,000 to collect 3,000 naira. Where are we heading to?
I've always said there are two sets of people on earth, the oppressors and the oppressed. And in between are the cowards and the hypocrites. Which are you?
No matter how tough the challenge, how high the obstacles, we always overcome.
What Nigerians need now is not about the taunting. Who can come and salvage us from where we are?
Representing people. Mr. President, my people are under siege.
I will place economic stability and confidence.
To condemn this act and call for immediate release of this minister in the temple of God.
Because access to our money will put in the bank. POS operator, she said 3,000 naira is 1,000 to collect 3,000 naira. Where are we heading to?
I've always said there are two sets of people on earth, the oppressors and the oppressed. And in between are the cowards and the hypocrites. Which are you?
No matter how tough the challenge, how high the obstacles, we always overcome.
What Nigerians need now is not about the taunting. Who can come and salvage us from where we are?
Representing people. Mr. President, my people are under siege.
I will place economic stability and confidence.
To condemn this act and call for immediate release of this minister
representing people. Mr. President, my people are under siege.
I will place economic stability and confidence.
You condemn this act and call for the immediate release of this minister in the temple of God.
Give us access to our money we put in the bank. POS operator, she said $3,000 is 1,000 to collect 3,000 naira. Where are we heading to?
I've always said there are two sets of people on earth, the oppressors and the oppressed. And in between are the cowards and the hypocrites, which are you.
No matter how tough the challenge, how high the obstacles, we always overcome.
What Nigerians need now is not about the taunting. Who can come and salvage us from where we are?
Welcome back and thank you for staying with us. Joining me on Open Air this morning is Ugochukwu Ifeanyichukwu, a regular on Open Conversation. Ugochukwu, you've been on a hiatus. It's nice to have you back. Good morning.
Good morning, Rivers people, and I've missed our family. This is a family where I belong.
Of course.
The exigency of work, Laurentia has kept me away, but I've been very, very functional on your sister radio station and other radio stations.
Of course.
But this one I cannot appear visually because of the poor network in Nigeria. If not, I would have been available on Zoom.
All right.
I'm happy to return home.
It's a pleasure to have you here once again.
Yeah.
And then on to the story. Rivers State Governor Similaye Fubara has commended the growing political reconciliation across the state, saying the return of peace and cooperation among previously divided actors is yielding positive reports. Speaking at a civic reception for his deputy, Professor Ngozi Odu in Akabuka, Onelga, Fubara noted that development can only thrive in an atmosphere of stability and mutual respect. He observed that former rivals now attend public functions together, a clear signal that Rivers politics is healing. The governor reiterated his administration's commitment to maintaining peace as a foundation for progress, announcing plans to rehabilitate internal roads and renovate government secondary school, Akabuka. He expressed gratitude to FCT Minister Nyesom Wike for his role in his emergence and thanked traditional rulers and political stakeholders for embracing reconciliation and unity of purpose. Deputy Governor Odu describes the occasion as proof that peace has truly returned to Rivers politics. He praised Fubara for his calm and results-driven leadership, while appreciating President Bola Tinubu, Wike, and former Governor Peter Odele for their contributions to our public service journey. Local leaders also hailed the governor's reconciliatory approach as key to state's renewed political stability. Ugochukwu, since this reconciliation, you have not been on Open Conversation. Yes. I'm interested to get your perspective on the story and the reconciliation so far.
Yeah, reconciliation, welcome development, but we sat on this altar of truth and told the governor the way everything was going to end, as if we prophesied. But given the people that fenced him off from hearing the voice of truth and that of reason, he allowed himself to be led to the Golgotha. And we are also grateful that the death on the Golgotha, there is hope for resurrection. If there was no hope for resurrection from the death of Golgotha, because the death of Christ on the Golgotha, brought about brought about resurrection. So Mr. Governor Similaye Fubara is very lucky, as his disposition entails, that Fubara died on Golgotha, so to say, and he has resurrected. If there were no room or that mercy for a second resurrection or a second life, he would have been telling those stories in the annals of history, maybe peradventure writing a book that he was once a governor of Rivers State. And today, I've listened to him on different fora, trying to speak on the reconciliatory move and what transpired which he took time. I listened to him, Laurentia. I listened to Fubara when he graced the occasion of the lawyers or the bar in River State, in trying to declare their new year of when they normally start their their judicial new year. Thank you so much. So I listened to him when he took time to estray, what transpired, and was able to mention some salient points that led to the political imbroglio in River State, and how he has learned in the hard way. And through to that, we have seen some elements of development, which I was crying that time, that time lost. 6 months was a huge time we lost in River State, given the developmental strides he was making and the inroad he was making in River State, and he allowed the voices in the streets to distract him. Because what distracted him was not the voice of politics, it was the voice on the streets, when he thought that the politics in Nigeria was played by sentiment, bias, and by the voices of those at the streets. But we thank God that what happened was through the legal process, and we got to where we are. And fast forward to now, we are back to the trenches of peace. Still borrowed peace, like I do say. I have not seen anything to tell me that the peace has finally returned. Because you remember, immediately the governor returned, there was skirmishes where the governor attended the function, and Mr. Speaker of the River State House Assembly, the person of Honorable Edison here, was hosting an event. And it came that most politicians or most followers of Mr. FCT Minister graced that particular occasion, and they left the governor's occasion orphaned. It brought about a lot of misgivings among the political watchers. But flipping over, I also saw Mr. Governor going on an inspection with his one-time ARC rival, who is Wanosike, who is the chairman of Rwama now. And again, with the speed with which the governor suspended the monthly sanitation that came into stream, and Laurentia, I witnessed a lot of improvement in the sanitary disposition of the state. When a lot of people said in the last 4 or 5 years, I was not in Port Harcourt then, but a lot of people testified that that sanitation brought about a lot of improvement in the sanitary disposition of the state. And the governor came back, and upon suspending the pension board, also suspended that good initiative, without clearly spelling out the reasons why. One of CK was on a radio station on Friday where he tried to talk about why the governor suspended it, because that rumor has been there, why the governor suspended it. So one of CK, I listened to him on a radio station on Friday where he said that the governor wanted the people to heave a sigh of relief that he has come back, and people complained about those whose movement were impeded on that very day. So what he said was really appealing to me.
So
but the governor, to the large extent,
that from both parties, the political tension has really dialed down, and you're saying political healing. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, the political healing from the takeouts I want to take on the governor is the political healing is not holistic, is not all inclusive. My reasons are these. Laurentia, I want the governor to truly state the position of Edison here, which have been shrouded in secrecy, and also to make concerted efforts to make sure that he will see Edison here with the FCT minister.
because these are salient, grounds where we will say they are truly. We have seen the way that Danagogo has been shipped out, which is still in the realm of that graveyard reconciliation. Because if you say that all the things in our local parlance in Nigeria, that all things that bite in the night is considered as
was Danagogo screened by Martin Samuel-led House of Assembly?
No, it's the prerogative of the governor to appoint SSG. And
hold on.
Let
me. The SSGs are they screened?
No, SSG they are not screened. It's the prerogative of the governor to appoint his chief of staff and SSG.
Now, if you say it is the prerogative of the governor to appoint his chief of staff and the SSG,
yes,
and the governor upon return has appointed someone else, it is the prerogative of the governor. Hold on. The House of Assembly has no hand in it, correct?
Yes.
So why is that? Why is that for you?
Yes.
Why is that disturbing for you?
It's a dark cloud for me.
Why?
Why is a dark cloud for me is that there was political turbulent time in Rivers State, and in the people that fought on Mr. FCT minister's side, all of them returned. And even before the returning, we have seen the lieutenants of the FCT minister being given appointments in the boards and all the parastatals by the then sole administrator. And the governor came, though the only one, even the man that is on the saddle of RISEC today is still an appointee of the EBAS. But the governor took the bull by the horn and suspended that of pension board, and which we also saw the hand of monkey in it when the state secretariat was engulfed by fire. And I was thanking the governor for seeing that the quick intervention of the Rivers State Civil Fire Service helped in curtailing that fire, and which some of the credit has to go with to us, that I used this ATM platform to call on the governor to revitalize that particular section of the Rivers State Ministry. So today we see that Danagogo is nowhere to be found. And the governor did not say anything about him being, or the reason that led to him, reappointing a new SSG. And this in a year up to today, even this particular Nelson Chukwude that signed this press release is the press secretary to the governor. But Mr. Edison here, I want to see Mr. Governor making a concerted effort to reconcile Edison here with the FCT minister. And the position of Tijo Kihunwo, I want those things at the salient places. I want to see them. He said that some of those in the FCT minister's camp and his camp are attending functions. We want to see those people in the camera. And we want to see them stay together. And we want to also see Danagogo join Mr. Governor in attending functions where the members of the River State House Assembly and the FCT minister will be present. And also some of us that are the analysts and journalists, even you seated here, Laurentia, some of us took the bullets. We took the bullets because of our stance that the right thing must be done. That in politics, the position of Fubara in River State politics is well known. That if the primary of PDP before 2023 elections were allowed to fly, Fubara will only get the vote he will cast for himself if he has thrown in his heart in the ring. But some of us who took the position telling the governor, this is not our family affair. You are not dragging anything with FCT minister. In the comment section of this program, I do read it and see how people who were hitherto in the other end, we are flooding our pages and saying that Laurentia is biased, Ugochukwu is biased. Some of us that took the bullet. The National Council of Public Affairs Analysts in Rivers State, the Rivers State chapter, some of us lost our friends. We lost our friendship. Some of us went into hiding. That this reconciliation, Mr. Governor must make sure it is holistic. What is the position now, presently, Laurentia, of the simplified movement that was disbanded, and the one that we are talking about, the new Nyesom Wike group? So, if this reconciliation is not holistic, bringing all of us to the table, the governor has an enormous task to reach out. Not now when he's favoring him, all of us have been thrown out by the side. No, we all were involved in making sure that the right thing is done. And we thank God that the right thing has been done after Mr. Governor, went back and reconciled after they said the 8-point agenda was not after all constitutional. But at the end of the day, Laurentia, we saw where it ended. Right. So some of the journalists that were clamoring for the right thing to be done, some of us, the analysts that took the bullets, Mr. Governor should also reach out to us and make sure that all of us are pacified, so that whatever that is going on.
When you say you will be pacified, I am trying hard to make it make sense to me.
Okay.
Pacified in what sense? You took a position, and your position, in your opinion, was right and lawful, correct?
Yes.
And now your position met some demands. There were demands and prayers you made.
Yes.
And you kept analyzing issues, particularly in open conversation. You were very vocal about it. And of course, you were involved at some point that was known in Rivers State because of, the controversy that it generated, that you were insisting this should be done. Now that is done. When you say pacified, what exactly do you mean? What you were clamoring for, is it not done? Is there no longer peace? Is there not peace in Rivers State? There is peace in Rivers State. Are you expecting a special treatment by analyzing issues and saying that issues, calling for, lending your voice to crisis, and then at the end of the day,
yes,
the reconciliation and everything you were pushing for, you have seen it materialized. Now you have opened another chapter in the culture you're talking about now. You're crying out that you should be pacified. Why? Did you work for anybody? And again, you also mentioned you are being pushed aside. Who are the people that are being pushed aside? Did you work for anybody? Were you working for a particular person or set of persons, or were you speaking from a place of conscience and conviction?
When I speak from a position of conscience and for the progress and the development of Rivers State, it also goes a long way to, I've mentioned here that I lost friends. My friends, we know when we come on the radio and on the television, people later took it personal. I have lost friends in this journey of making sure that this peace, and remember, so we are hinting of the peace.
Is it the governor that is going to call all of you?
No, the governor's
reconcile. I don't see people mature enough.
No. See, the governor's disposition now, because from the peace I am seeing is peace of divide and rule. Many people have been pushed aside. I mentioned this in a year's position to be clearly, because I knew that most of the people that were with us, that came, that was in the opposite side, we are coming in the interest of Edison here. They were the people working closely with Edison here. And most of the people also were people that were working. Remember that Chijoki Hunwa worked for Mr. FCT Minister before he jumped ship and worked for Mr. Governor. So that's what I'm saying, that Mr. Governor should also take the bull by the horn in making sure that those arrowheads, because immediately you call those people and make sure that they reconcile with the mainstream. And we are seeing them, most of their guys will be pacified. And they will come out, most of them don't speak freely in the public space now. And some of us that took this bullet, if we see that Mr. Governor is not hiding under any guise in his reconciliation with Mr. FCT Minister, holistically, some of us will be pacified. But Ronesha, what I am seeing is a peace shrouded in a lot of secrecy.
All right.
In a lot of undertone that I cannot stay here and be telling you, but this is what we are seeing. So the pacifying means that I come back with Nze Onze and we shake hands, and Nze Onze, who stays here and was in supportive of the governor, is now saying that Mr. City Minister and Edison here and the Chijoki Hunwa, Mr. Governor, and Daragogo, they are now, fraternizing. And Mr. Governor also had to reach out with the simplified movement that is collapsed now for this reconciliation to take place, what will be their position?
Now, to a large extent, I know that the governor reached out to the Simplified movement, had meetings with them. Probably you, as a public official,
I am aware.
Following up.
I am aware.
I don't know exactly. When you
they are their leadership.
When you bring into this, one would differ, because now a lot of persons who watch this program, sometimes when I actually read the comment sections, I laugh, because I'm like, if only they see what happens, off screen, and that for me is a replication of what happens politically.
Yes.
When these people,
political gladiators,
they come out to fight, and their people take sides and start fighting each other, but then behind the scenes they eat together,
of course,
they wine together, they dine together, they meet in different places in secret. They have their meetings when men sleep.
Yes.
They move out in the night without their aides, hold meetings, and then in the morning they will give us drama for us to talk about.
Yes.
Right? And the same thing is applicable to a lot of guests on Open Conversation. After you people are done fighting, you people go out and eat and drink together. It happens in this station. So when you're saying Nze, for example, Nze doesn't need to be pacified, in as much as the fact that you and Nze were like two parallel lines that could never meet during the River State crisis. You will agree with me that immediately after the program, or whenever we're on break, both of you will banter, laugh, talk together. Isn't that? Yes. So when you present that, let the world also know that, to a large extent, I think politicians, to some extent, show us what they need us to see. Right. So when you're talking about pacification, one would say that when you have seen that your leader or somebody you say you're following or you're backing is working in tandem with this his erstwhile enemy, and he has come and said everybody should sheath their swords. Good followership means that you will sheath your sword and also let peace be. So when people are now clamoring for special kind of pacification, it beats me hollow. I don't understand it. That's very significant of bad followership.
You know that even the politicians themselves, they also sought the pacification. That is why the governor came back. So we are all living beings, and we have our priorities.
It's your conscience not pacified.
Our priorities.
You said that
I'm happy that they came.
Are you working for anybody?
I work for the people of River State, for the right thing to be done.
Very well. And now you were clamoring for reconciliation during the peace, and you are clamoring that the governor should do the right thing.
Yes.
Is there peace in River State? Has the emergency
that is why I said it's not inclusive.
Well, when you are saying
it's not inclusive.
You are saying it's not inclusive, and the argument you're bringing to me is not exactly tenable to a large extent, because I'm trying to make it make sense to me. It's not exactly tenable. And secondly, the governor has not come out to announce a new chief of staff. So whatever you are presenting right now, and you're presenting a DCNA, you're speaking based on your own assumptions. You have to be patient until an official statement is made.
And that is why I say Mr. Governor should be...
The governor does not owe it to you to make that statement, because in the first instance, there is no rumor that Edith Nehe has been sacked. There is no rumor, or whatever, even in the grapevine, that Edith Nehe has been sidelined. In fact, upon return, I saw the governor with Edith Nehe side by side. So hold on. My point is, when you make statements like this and make it look real, you present what might not be true to the public. So when you're presenting a DCNA, has there been any public announcements or any official statements from the governor or from the office of the governor, or that the chief of staff has been changed, the chief of staff is no more functional and all of that, or the office of the chief of staff is vacant? There has been nothing to that effect. So why are you bringing up, for me, a matter that does not even exist? Is this not you trying to poke hole, a wound that is healing? But that's the way I'm seeing it. A wound that is healing. You're trying to poke that wound, to start it afresh.
Can I have my time now?
I think we are out of time. I think we are out of time for this particular topic.
You see why I mentioned the DCNA here is because the governor owes it to Edison here for his survival, for his political survival till tomorrow. And in this reconciliation process we have seen, I, for one, know the position and the way Edison here will be the sacrificial lamb. And hence a new SSG has been appointed. And Edison here's position has not been made for us to know. Recall that Edison here tendered his resignation from the House of Assembly, and INEC have not said anything to it. And this reconciliation means that hence those people suspended, the Okojombo led group and the Martin Samuel led group are coming together. Does it mean that Edison here's resignation is not acceptable?
Now, in
that particular phrase. And then let me finish. And then why I mentioned Edison here, I said the governor should make sure that he takes Edison here to reconcile formally with FCT. I'm not saying that Edison here has any issue with the governor or his position is in question, but I say that there must be a concerted effort for Mr. Foboda to make sure that Edison here, Mr. FCT minister and his camp reconciles genuinely with Edison here. That's where
very well. Now, very quickly, let me make a correction because I will make this as a clear correction.
Yes.
In your opening statement, you said that the governor owes his political survival to Edison here. That might, to a large extent, be incorrect because you cannot bring facts to that effect. However, one would say that the governor owes his political survival to the president, who, by declaration of state of emergency and suspension of both the Rivers State House of Assembly and the state governor, stopped an impeachment.
But if the governor had
hold on, please. Stopped an impeachment that could have happened.
The second impeachment.
Please hold on. Stopped an impeachment from happening. So, to a large extent, let's not mix up things. And like I said earlier, and which I'm reiterating now, you are simply trying to, graze a healing wound. You're simply trying to graze a healing wound. First of all, when you were speaking, you said that it is the governor's prerogative to appoint his chief of staff and the SSG. Correct?
Yes.
Now, the governor, upon return, has appointed a new SSG. You're crying foul.
No, I said
correct. You are crying foul. You cried foul. You said he has pushed away the Nagoko. That's what you said.
And he's talking about peace.
And again, hold on. And again, the governor has not made any announcements that at his discretion he has decided to change chief of staff. You on national television you are bringing up a matter that for me is non-existent. And it's not even a topic of conversation within. Hold on. It's not even a topic of conversation within Rivers State political ecosystem. It's not a topic of conversation. Nobody is looking at this direction. But now you are trying to stir up an issue that is not even an issue. So you're bringing up something and you're presenting it now to be an issue. And you're now talking about the governor pacifying this, pacifying that, and pacifying this. Can we get into governance already? Haven't we lost 6 months? Is it not time for governance at this point in time? Now, you are not in the shoes of the governor to know what he dealt with. When you analyze and you go and sleep at night, the governor, I'm sure, does not sleep well. So, can the man just be, like at this point, can we let the governor to breathe? I think to a large extent, one will say he has suffered enough. Let him breathe and rule and govern. Govern the way he wants. And it's also very important that some of these offices that are his prerogative are very sensitive and pivotal offices. And it has to be people that he trusts. So if he chooses at his own will to select a team he can trust and work with, why should we give it a political coloration? Now, can we let the governor breathe? So that let's not stir up non-existent crisis.
You see, Laurentia, any move that the governor makes now is suspicious because the camps. See, this is politics. The camps. Remember the APP party they used in the now cancelled local government elections. there are many places the governor, put his hands in order to fight for survival. So these are the things we are talking about. So when you're talking about pre-peace process,
what about APP?
Mr. Governor? What I'm telling you now is that when we talk about let this peace process be all-inclusive.
No, what about you? You have left it. You have gone to bring APP.
Listen,
what is it about APP now?
I'm making my line of thought. I've not finished it. That's why I say that. Remember that in the fight for this survival, Mr. Governor put his hands in different places in order to survive, which at the end of the day we have returned back to the peace process. And he made mention in the education he went for his deputy that this this development cannot be achieved in area there is no peace. That is why I'm bringing all those things, that without all those people, because if we are seeing a particular faces and you're talking about reconciliation, it is not holistic, it's not inclusive. That is why I'm mentioning those salient points, because if those people are still felt sidelined.
APP is a salient point for you.
No,
also.
No, there are people that went into that APP, and the people he put there, and all those people.
Is defection and counter-defection not allowed in Nigeria? No, what is it about APP? Is
APP
not a political party?
It's allowed.
So why are you bringing?
He has the people he used in APP, and what we are talking about is peace process. This peace process will not be holistic, no matter how you want to look at it, or they won't want to allow the governor to breathe.
Now, let me give you.
Mr. Governor is saying that he wants peace for there to be progress and development.
All right.
And this progress and development will not be achieved if all these stakeholders, because remember there are stakeholders in the camp of Mr. Governor then. And the people we are now seeing in the camera, and the people that Mr. Governor is now telling us that they are peace process because they are attending functions together. And we are not seeing those people who we are in his camp as of then.
Now, Ifeanyi Chukwu, I think probably it's also fair enough for you to, before you come out on, I'm saying this because it's national television. Let's not misinform public. Now, I will use Ikwere local government, for example.
Yes.
Now, both the past local government chairman and the past local government chairman, Barrister Israel Abosi, under Sim Fubara, who became the local government chairman through APP, and the current local government chairman, Dr. Gift Wallo, are both people that I know. At least the past I know very well. The present is someone I have known and met with, a gentleman. Now, both of these people are working together. When Dr. Gift Wallo won the elections, the former Ikwere local government under Sim Fubara, through APP, Barrister Israel Abosi, went to congratulate him, spent some time with him, and also threw his weight behind that election and his emergence. So he doesn't know. I don't understand the drum of war that you're slowly trying to beat, because, like I said, did Barrister Israel Abosi call the governor to tell him, oh, governor, give me your permission, I need to go and meet with Gift Wallo? He didn't do that. He went, and when he went, did Gift Wallo attack him? Did Gift Wallo's people attack him? They all whined and they dined together because there is need to move forward. The governor will not come from the states to tell. He has already told everybody, let everybody sheath their swords. And now the former local government chairman of Ikwere, heeding to that call of the governor, extended the right hand of fellowship. Hold on. Now the question I am asking you directly right now, that you're crying for pacification, is who instructed Barrister Israel Abosi to do that? We'll go on a short break, and when we come back, we'll continue. Do not go away.
Representing people. Mr. President, my people are under siege.
I will place economic stability and confidence.
To condemn this act and call for the immediate release of this minister in the